All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rachahak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing His truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. In this particular video, I want to touch on Yahawashi actually being recorded in history. All right, so this video is going to be for edification and also a cut to you Old Testament only Israelites out there who don't believe in Yahawashi. All right, so this man right here is a Roman historian by the name of Tacitus, and he wrote something called the Annals. And in the Annals, he mentions Yahawashi, and we're going to get into a little bit of that. So with no further ado, let's hop into this video. I put who is Cornelius Tacitus in the Google search engine, and this came up. Publius Cornelius Tacitus, known simply as Tacitus, was a Roman historian and politician. Tacitus is widely regarded as one of the greatest Roman historians by modern scholars. Do you see that? Now, this is the Annals, right? As you see, it says Tacitus Annals, 1544. Now, let's read a little bit of that. Let's start right here. Consequently, to get rid of the report, Nero fastened the guilt and inflicted the most exquisite tortures on a class hated for their abominations called Christians by the populace, because he set fire to Rome, right? And he blamed it on us Israelites. As a matter of fact, let's lock here. I have it right here. Who is Nero? Who is Claudius? Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, right? Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus was a Roman emperor and the final emperor of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, reigning from AD 54 until his death AD 68, right? According to historical accounts, Nero is believed to have set fire to Rome to rebuild the city to his liking, bypassing the Senate and allowing him to create a new Rome with grander architecture, potentially motivated by his desire to reshape the city aesthetically and possibly to deflect blame onto the Christian community by persecuting them in the aftermath of the fire. However, the exact details remain debate, but that's what he did. All right. So just to give you a little background on that, so let's continue. To get rid of the report, Nero fastened the guilt and inflicted the most exquisite tortures on a class hated for their abominations called Christians by the populace. Now, this is when he mentions Yahawashi. Christus, this is what he is calling them right here. All right. Christus, from whom the name had its origin. See? Suffered the extreme penalty during the reign of Tiberius at the hand of one of our procurators, Pontius Pilate. You see? Now, Pontius Pilate is mentioned in the scriptures, so we're going to get this account. All right? Now, I put right here. I put, who is Pontius Pilate? Pontius Pilate was the 5th governor of the Roman province of Judea, serving under Emperor Tiberius from 26/27 to 36/37 AD. He is best known, well, as you see. All right. Christus, let's start right there again. Christus, from whom the name had its origin, suffered the extreme penalty during the reign of Tiberius at the hand of one of our procurators, Pontius Pilate, and the most mischievous superstition thus checked for the moment again broke out, not only in Judea, the first source of the evil, but even in Rome, where all things hideous and shameful from every part of the world find their center and become popular. Accordingly, an arrest was first made of all who pleaded guilty then. Well, I wanted to point out first that Yahawashi is actually mentioned in history by one of the greatest Roman historians, Cornelius Tacitus. And he is called, in the annals, he's called Christus. Just like the Christians today call him Christ, right? Which just means anointed one, right? So he's mentioned right here, right? Now I'm just going to finish it to show you some of the tortures that they did to us, And it's going to mention a specific way that they put us to death. Accordingly, an arrest was first made of all who pleaded guilty. Then, upon their information of an immense multitude was convicted, not so much of the crime of firing the city, as of hatred against mankind. Mockery of every sort was added to their deaths. Covered with the skins of beasts, they were torn by dogs and perished, and were nailed to crosses. You see that? Or were doomed to the flames and burnt to serve as a nightly illumination when daylight had expired. Nero offered his garden for the spectacle and was exhibiting a show in the circus, while he mingled with the people in the dress of the charioteers or stood aloft on a car. Hence, even the criminals who deserved extreme and exemplary punishment, there arose a feeling of compassion. See? For it was not, as it seemed, for the public good, but to glut one man's cruelty, that they were being destroyed. Now, the point is, this Christus right here is Yahawashi. And he is recorded in actual history. Do you see that? Now, after his death, let me get the account first in the scriptures. Then I want to show you something. This is Matthew 27, starting at 63, and we read, 62, and we read. Now the next day that followed the day of the preparation, the chief priests and the Pharisees came together unto Pilate, all right, saying, Sir, we remember that deceiver said while he was yet alive, after 3 days I will rise again. Command therefore that the sepulchre be made sure unto the third day, lest his disciples come by night and steal him away, and say unto the people, He is risen from the dead. So the last error shall be worse than the first. Pilate said unto them, Ye have a watch. Go your way, make it as sure as ye can. So they went and made the sepulchre sure, sealing the stone and setting a watch. You see? And then we're about to check out, if I can find it. Yeah. We're about to check out the actual tablet, the decree, that if anybody is found robbing graves, they're going to be put to death. And this was right around the time of Yahawashi's death, this right here. And it was aimed toward the Israelites. You see? Now, we just read that in Matthew 27:62 on down, that they went to Pilate and set a watch. They told him, Pontius Pilate, what? He was a governor. So this is why the decree was made. So they went to him and asked him can they make it sure, make the place where Yahawashi was buried, can we make it sure? They set a seal on it and they set a watch, right? Now let's read this. It is sometime before 50 AD, a Roman emperor ordered, and this will be Tiberius, a Roman emperor ordered an edict. Those caught robbing tombs and extracting bodies will be put to death. See that? Strange, is it not? You see? And this right here is I believe the actual edict. You see it right there? And that's the tablet right there. And it says the Nazareth inscription was likely targeting Jews, right? It was targeting Israelites. Apparently, during the time of the inscription was likely made, Romans did not typically bury their dead, but cremated them. graves were mostly houses for urns, according to the Dictionary of Roman Religion. So they get into it on how it was written around the time of Yahawashi's death, and it fits perfectly what it was written to us, because the word got to him that we were going to go rob the bodies. You see how this is history? You see that? So, hey, I ain't gonna make this video too long. I hope that was edifying, and with that, I'm gonna say shalom.